you are going to miss out if you don't show up for yourself, because you are the only person that can. Hey y'all, it's Anika and welcome back to another video on my channel, you guys. This is actually going to be the first video of 2023. And in this video, I plan on talking to you guys about how I'm actually going to reinvent myself. You heard it right there, reinvent myself in 2023. In this video, we're going to show you how to plan out everything, how we're actually going to execute those goals, and how we're going to actually become that girl. That's the whole point of this video. And I want you to follow along too, because we all need to stick to our resolutions this year. Like, this year could be a life-changing year for us. Like, don't you believe that? Last year just really taught me a lot, and it showed me my full potential. This isn't the first time I actually manifested the things that I have in my life. About 2 years ago, y'all, I actually manifested mostly everything that I have right now. Like, I don't have a lot, but I'm doing a lot better than I usually do. And I feel like whenever I do this plan, whenever I put this plan in place, like, it's just always set up for success. Like, there's no way I can fail with this plan, and I'm ready to share that with you. So first on my list, I would definitely say the first thing you definitely have to do on a journey like this is be realistic. Be realistic with the goals that you want to achieve. Be realistic with the things that you want in life. Just be realistic in all aspects. And what I mean by that is, what goals do you actually want to accomplish? When you want to manifest things into your life, you can't just say, oh, I want a new car. You have to be specific. I want a Mercedes Benz. I want a Tesla. Be pretty specific with your goals. What do you really want? And another way to kind of figure out those goals, if you don't really have any in mind, is to actually take your journal. I like to use my iPad. I actually got this idea from a girl on TikTok. I will go ahead and leave her name down here below, but she actually said what she does is she will actually take a piece of paper and she will sit down and kind of meditate and think about what her future self looks like. And that could mean, like, you know, what kind of hair do you have in the future? What does your body look like? What are you doing on a daily basis? Who are you around? What do you eat? Like, get really specific. And when you can figure out all of those things, that's when you can go ahead and create a list of all of your goals for 2023 to become that person. When you're able to figure out exactly what you want, that's when we can move on to our next step, which is actually going to be to set a plan in place. Like, it's that simple, you guys. We are going to now execute our plan. And it may seem like we are making list after list, but I'm telling you, you want to bring all of those lists together and have one big old planner or journal that's going to help you keep yourself on track when it comes to meeting these goals. I have a planner that I actually use on my Notability app. It is very good. It comes inside the app already. I didn't have to spend any money on Etsy. Like, y'all, we don't have to be aesthetically pleasing when we are meeting our goals. So get what works for you. You don't want to just get something that everyone's using because it's cute. Get something that you will actually use that can actually help you stay on track of meeting your goals. What I like to do is, after I have written a full list of all of the goals that I want to accomplish this year, I will make a separate list stating how I can achieve those goals. So I will number those goals 1 through 10, and then underneath those goals, I will kind of put like some little marks and put some little notes there, and I will say, okay, well, how can I achieve this goal? What does achieving this goal look like? Because like I said, you have to be really specific with yourself. You don't want to do anything that you cannot physically do in real life. So don't put a goal on it that you know is not really achievable. Granted, anything could happen, but put down what you think that you can actually achieve, what actually works for you, and put down how you can achieve those goals. One of my goals this year was to actually work on my skin, because y'all know I've been on my acne journey for a long time, and I said this year I'm sick of it. I'm 24 years old. I want to get rid of this acne. So what I am going to do is make sure that I'm keeping up on cleaning all of my devices, because a lot of my acne is on like my cheeks, not really on my T-zone or in the middle of my face. And that really comes from, like, you know, maybe your phone being dirty, or maybe you just need to, like, it's multiple reasons. So I told myself, in order for me to execute this goal, what I need to actually do is make sure my devices are clean, making sure my sheets are cleaned weekly, because sometimes, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I miss a couple wash days and I will go 2 weeks without washing my sheets. Like, I know it's kind of crazy, but life be lifing, and I have a full-time job, and I know you may too, so I know this is pretty relatable to hear. So you just want to make sure that you can find different ways to actually execute those goals. Another way I like to execute those goals or kind of put a plan in place is I will go out and buy a vision board, you guys. I did this last year and I actually plan on doing this again this year. I haven't done it just yet, but I'm actually going to start on it tonight. So as I'm filming this video, you'll actually see me doing it. But I like to get a vision board just so I can physically see everything that I want to do. A lot of people would do digital vision boards and they will kind of like make it their back screen, but I feel like I don't really pay attention to my lock screen on my phone. I sometimes will not even look at my planner. The best way for me to make a vision board is to get an actual physical board and just place every picture on there. So when I wake up in the morning, there's no way for me to avoid it. I'm looking at it. I know my goals. I know what I need to accomplish today to work towards those goals. And now that you kind of have somewhat of a plan in place, that can lead us into our next step, which is actually going to be show up for yourself. This is a very big one, you guys, and I'm still learning how to do this myself. But when you are on a journey, the best thing you could do for yourself is to show up. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how exhausted you are. I don't care how much of a workload you have. If you want something in life, you are going to miss out if you don't show up for yourself, because you are the only person that can. No one is micromanaging you, telling you every day to get up, make sure you get this work done, especially when you're in a field like me. If you want to be somewhat of an influencer, you have to really show up for yourself. There is no manager, there is no agent. Well, at this point there isn't, but you have to be on top of your ish. And a lot of people in this generation, or a lot of people in this day and age, I should say, because it's not always a generation, but a lot of people in this day and age, they like instant gratification. And a lot of people seem to forget that, you know, there are a lot of people that blow up overnight, but there are majority of the people that are getting somewhere in life, they are working hard. So everything isn't going to come easy to you unless you have those connections. Work hard. Like, even when you are feeling like no one supports you, or you feel like no one is buying your items, or if sales are just not going good, still work hard, just because you're not going to always get that instant gratification. There are people in this world that are working 30 years, 40 years, 20 years with no sales, no help, no one investing into their company, like all types of things like that. But when they do see their big day, they're super grateful because they know they worked for this. And I always tell people all the time, like, if something is for you, that is always going to be for you. No matter if you take a day off, a month off, a week off, if something is written on the stars for you, if you are manifesting it on a daily, that's going to be for you. Like, sometimes I get down in the dirt, down in the gutter, and I feel like, you know, I am super depressed. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know why things are not working out. Like, maybe this is not meant for me. But something in the back of my head always tells me, like, Anika, no matter what you see, no matter if the numbers are not where you want them to be, no matter if you're not making money this month, keep doing it, because there's been times where you were working super hard and you didn't see any feedback, or you didn't get any help from anyone, and look at where you are now. So I kind of have to, like, you know, tell myself, like, girl, I have to be that person. Like I said, show up for yourself, which leads us to our next topic, which is actually to be disciplined, you guys. Like, I know we already talked about working hard and executing our plans, but it's easy to say that, but sometimes you can fall off, y'all. Like, it's a lot of people with these new year, new me goals that are trying to get everything executed in January, and by the time February comes, they are falling off, y'all. So the biggest thing that I love to preach is to be disciplined. Like I said, write it down in a planner, get you a planner so that you know what you have to wake up and do daily. Like, I'm the type of person that will forget. Like, I will execute all of this. Well, I will write down everything, put a plan in place, and I will forget everything. So that's why I like to have my planner, because it helps me stay disciplined. And when I say be disciplined, I mean, if you know you're not supposed to be eating something, if you're on a health journey, you need to write sticky notes on the wall to remind yourself that you don't need to be eating this. Like, if you don't have any money to spend going out with your friends and they're asking you to steadily come out knowing that you're wanting to save, be disciplined. Say no. I struggle with saying no to a lot of people. I went to therapy and my therapist actually told me I struggle with saying no to people. I was making people issues my issues, stressing myself out when I didn't have to do that, y'all. I could literally say no, but I wanted to be a part of the crowd so bad that I was literally saying yes to everything, even if I didn't really want to do it. So I had to come to terms with myself and tell myself that I had to be disciplined in order for me to get the things done in life that I wanted to do. And a great way to stay disciplined is actually building a routine. So once you can actually build a routine and stick to it, I feel like it's pretty easy because that's when it becomes natural. It's kind of like, you know, as an example, if you're a girl, you can relate to this example kind of, but let's say you had an ex that you were so used to being with all the time that you couldn't imagine living without, and then all of a sudden y'all break up. It's going to be easy for you to want to call that person. It's going to be easy for you to pick up that phone and call. But the more that you build that routine on not actually picking up the phone if they call, or not actually calling them, not even thinking about them, it's going to become natural at some point, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I was actually even acting like that before. And lastly, you guys, you need to hold yourself accountable. Like literally, if you are not meeting the goals that you set for yourself this year, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. There's no reason to be down in the gutter and sad and depressed because your life didn't go how you wanted to do this year. You have to hold yourself accountable. When you are manifesting these things, you have to do the work. And you have to just literally let it go at that point because it's for you. You're doing the work, you know what's coming out of the work, results, positive results, hopefully. But I just feel like when you manifest things, you can even look it up on YouTube. I did a lot of manifestation research before I actually started manifesting. But when you put some stuff out into the world, when you put out all of that positive energy and all of those things that you want, you have to be grateful of everything that you already have and everything that's coming your way. Like you already have it. And then you have to just forget about it because it's already yours at that point. You're manifesting it, so you know it's yours. If you keep dwelling on it and you're not actually doing the work, you have to literally hold yourself accountable. You knew it was coming at this point, boo. And when I'm explaining all this to y'all, I'm actually saying it to myself because these are all of the things that I plan on doing this year to actually change my life. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much all I had. I kind of just wanted to put a plan in place with you guys so I can actually come back and watch this video next year to see what I accomplished. And hopefully if you plan on making a video yourself, or if you just plan on just following the steps that I gave you guys, definitely let me know a year from now if you can even remember this video, or let me know down below if you actually want to join this journey with me. So happy that you guys actually made it to the end of this video. If you made it this far, you are actually a real win. I'm hoping that you are subscribed. If you're not, make sure you hit that subscribe button because it's a lot of y'all that be watching but don't subscribe, and I would love to have y'all here. We can kind of build a community. But yeah, I'm rambling again, I do that, but I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.